Starting as a comic in early '84, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were the creation of Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird. The animated series and toys being such a hot commodity, it wasn't long till Hollywood took notice and made a movie that changed the characters slightly, toned down the graphic violence, made Casey Jones kind of a wuss, took some liberties with the origins of Splinter and the Shredder. It didn't go as far as the cartoon that made Splinter a human being. April O'Neil is another character that constantly changes, but she seems to be pretty consistent as a news reporter, often depicted in a yellow jacket. But she started out as a lab assistant to Baxter Stockman, started out as African American, to me resembling Jackie Childs, but has changed several times since. Which reminds me of the new film, William Fichtner is set to play the Shredder, who's normally been of Asian descent. Or maybe it's this guy. Wouldn't that blow your mind? Regardless, the first movie showed us the potential of the Turtles on a live-action screen, and even though the movie was slightly toned down from its source material and changed not knowing who the Shredder was, and they didn't challenge him to a death match as depicted in the comic book as retaliation for Shredder killing Splinter's master after Splinter's master killed Shredder's brother. That make sense? Who's the good guy? But it was successful enough to give us a sequel that had a slightly younger looking Splinter, pretty much the same Turtles, a sexier April O'Neil. Oh, and surprise, surprise, Shredder survived, but his helmet did not. We also got these guys when we really wanted these guys. But hey, I heard Mike Bay is bringing them in for the sequel, so give him a great hug if you see him. That's something we've all been waiting for. Turtles 2 also gave us a new home for the Turtles in an old New York subway. Gave us a little bit of their background story, including the Ooze, which was created in a 1960s super lab with rope lights and one computer. Oh, there's some in the background. Never mind, they only use one. What are they doing, checking Twitter? Oh, and the big plan of this movie? Give the werewolf diabetes until he has a sugar rush and tosses you in a Vanilla Ice concert. This movie just got ridiculous, but we loved it, and anybody who thinks this didn't screw it up, but Michael Bay is going to because it's going to have explosions and high-paced action for a ridiculous movie like this? Raphael just threw a kid at Shredder. That was his move. I think Michael Bay is going to come up with something better than a keyboard blowing Shredder out the window until he roid rages and destroys himself in some sort of super suicide mission. Even the Turtles were embarrassed for the way this one ended. I feel you guys. The Ninja Rap was born, and the Turtles started a drinking problem that gave them liver spots. Even though Casey Jones had 2 roles, this movie wasn't all it was cracked up to be. Missing the Shredder, but we got some cool comic book moments like the wall climb and the Samurai Turtle. They were from the comic. The one thing that remains consistent is April O'Neil likes to faint when she first meets the Turtles. And the Turtles do love that pizza. I, for one, am super excited for Michael Bay's new production from Nickelodeon, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's going to be exciting as hell opening August 8th. If you grew up and see the same movie done again and again, because, quite frankly, it never has been done again and again, every incarnation of the Turtles has changed.
Come on, pump it up, pump it up, pump it up. Hey yo, let me break it down to the nitty gritty. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in the city. They kick it, they rip it straight from the underground. Clown around in town and make it jump.
Maybe you prefer Shredder having FaceTime with the Turtles as the 4 of them sit side by side in the front seat of a van driving at 15 years old. Those are great role models, aren't they? And these 2 guys can't defeat them. Or maybe you're worried that Michael Bay is going to have a bunch of stupid characters that only relate to kids. Or maybe a bunch of pop culture references. Or maybe he's going to change the Turtles and ruin the franchise and burn everything to the ground. It's ridiculous, it's stupid, it's absurd, and that's why we love it. If you want to see something deep, there's plenty other movies opening on August 8th. And if you don't like it, then tough shit. It's always been that way. The only reason you know of them is because of a clever toy commercial disguised as a cartoon.